Hello, my dear students of BSc 4th semester. So, welcome to physics classes by Sarabdeep Kaur Sidhu. So, today's our topic that we are going to study, that is the temperature entropy diagram. That is also called TS diagram, and this is a very important topic. ठीक है, used in many ways that I will tell you at the end of this article. So first of all, we know that the PV diagram. I have told you about the PV diagram in Carnot heat engine. So this is the Carnot cycle. This is the Carnot cycle. So all of you know that this has four processes. This is isothermal expansion, This is adiabatic expansion, and that is third, that is isothermal compression, and this fourth, this is adiabatic compression. Clearly, so there are four processes in Carnot cycle, and here P1, V1, T1, temperature is T1. Isothermal, so no change of temperature, P1, V1, P2, V2, T1. Adiabatic, P3, V3, and temperature is T2. Again, isothermal, temperature will again P4, V4, and temperature is T2. So temperature that will not change. I want to say that here is temperature T1, here is temperature T1, here is temperature T2, here is temperature again T2. Clear? Means isothermal temperature remains constant, that is T1. Then adiabatic temperature T1 to T2. Again for isothermal temperature again remain constant, that is T2. Again temperature for adiabatic temperature T2 to T1 decreases in compression. So this is a Carnot cycle. Then if we draw the same diagram of this in terms of entropy, S is entropy. S stands for entropy, and temperature T. And temperature T in this side, that is temperature T. Clear? If we draw same diagram, the diagram will be like, the cycle will be like a rectangle. If this is isothermal expansion, this is isothermal expansion. Okay? Isothermal means temperature T1. Here is temperature T1. Clear? But entropy for this is S1 at this point, and here entropy will be S2. Okay? Then of this adiabatic expansion, the entropy adiabatic, so adiabatic means temperature T1 to T2, entropy will be S2. Then again for isothermal compression, entropy decreases S2 to S1, and temperature, isothermal temperature will be T2, so S1. And again for adiabatic temperature, adiabatic compression, temperature decreases, entropy will not change, that will be S1. So this is A, if this is A, B, C and D point. Similarly, this is A, this is B, this is C, and this is D point. Clear? I draw a dotted line here, draw a line here. Clear? C, D. You can give it any name, that I give it G and H. So I again repeat, isothermal expansion. When there is a expansion, then volume increases, pressure decreases, and entropy increases from S1 to S2. Clear? Clear? And again in this, for adiabatic expansion, then again entropy will remain constant and temperature changes. Then for isothermal compression, compression means volume decreases. If volume decreases, then again entropy decreases from S2 to S1, and temperature, because it is isothermal, temperature remains T2. Then again for adiabatic compression, now again compression, adiabatic compression. Adiabatic compression means you can say temperature changes from T2 to T1. ठीक है जी, temperature changes from T2 to T1. ठीक है जी. So in this way, temperature from T2 to T1 means temperature increases. In expansion, when there is a expansion, the gas expands, volume increases and temperature decreases. Clear? And when there is a compression, then volume decreases but temperature increases. T2 to T1. T1 is higher temperature because T1 is the temperature of the source and T2 is the temperature of the sink. And we know that Q1, in this case Q1, Q2. Q1 is the heat absorbed by the, Q1 is equal to heat absorbed by the working substance, from source, and Q2, that is the heat rejected by working substance to sink, Clear ji? Now Q1 and Q2 are the heats absorbed and rejected. Absorbed by the working substance, and Q2 is the heat rejected to the sink. Then Q1, what will be according to the definition of entropy? Q1 will be equal to, we know that dQ is equal to Tds, and in first case heat absorbed is Q1. Q1 is equal to, in this case temperature is T1 into ds. ds is S2 minus, entropy changes S2 minus S1. And in the second case Q2, the temperature is T2, and heat again is entropy changes S2 minus S1. Entropy changes again S2 minus S1. And if we want the area under the curve when heat is absorbed, you can say the area under the curve is A, B, G, H. You can also say, or simply you can say A, B, G, H. A, B, or you can say area under curve A, B, G, H. ठीक है जी? This is A, B because T1 S2 minus S1. ठीक है जी? S2 minus S1. So then again Q2, because this is a curve between S and T, so this temperature is T1 and this rectangle, so this width will be S2 minus S1, and temperature from this point to this point, that is T1. So you can say that T1 into S2 minus S1, that is the area under ABGH. Similarly T2 S2 minus S1, this area, this is T2 up to this point, and this is S2 minus S1. So T2 into S2 minus S1, that is the area under DCGH, that is equal to area under DCGH. ठीक है जी? And Q2 similarly Q1 minus Q2, because we know that the heat is taken from the source and after doing some work, it is remaining heat is rejected to the sink, and so the work done by the working substance, that is equal to Q1 minus Q2. So Q1 minus Q2, that is W here area ABCD, area ABCD. So area ABCD. So area ABCD is the area under ST curve. Area under ST curve. So from this you can take S2 minus S1 common and we have T2 minus T1. Take it equation number first. Take it equation number first. Now efficiency that we know that W available energy or which is used in doing some mechanical work, which is used in doing some mechanical work, W divided by heat taken, that is Q1, and the value of put the value of Q1 minus Q2 is equal to W from this equation first. So from this equation this is equal to S2 minus S1 T2 minus T1 divided by Q1. Q1 is T1, S2 minus S1. So this goes, we have T2 over T1 minus 1. T2 over T1 minus 1. ठीक है जी? So this T2 minus T1. Q1 here, yes, because we want T1 minus T2. So for T1 Q1 we have to minus Q2 from Q1. So first here will be T1, then here will be T2. So this will be T1 minus T2. So here समझ लगी बच्चे, Q1 minus Q2. So we have to put Q1 first, then Q2. So this will be minus T2. ठीक है? So from which this will be equal to 1 minus T2 over T1, and this is efficiency. Clear थी? और we have studied this that efficiency can never be equal to 1. जो equal 1 होनी चाहिए, then this will be 0, absolute 0, which can't be attained. So efficiency can never be equal to 1. There are some losses. Then where we use this TS curve. So I have told you in the beginning that this curve is used in, this curve has many applications. What are these applications, or you can say importance of this TS diagram? First is it is used in taphigram, TEPHIGRAM, taphigram. Taphigram means it is used in the department in meteorology, you science for weather forecasting. ठीक है? So here we use this diagram, that is SP diagram. ठीक है? Then it is also used to the study of the engines, because in the study of the engines in this TS diagram we can find out the work done during one cycle, another cycle, third cycle, then again next cycle. So in this way it is used by the engineers. TS diagram is used by the engineers to study for the study of the engines. ठीक है जी? Then third, to find out the efficient working of actual engine, because Carnot heat engine that is a ideal engine. ठीक है? But it is used, TS diagram is used to in efficient working of actual engines. Why it is used in that? Because in TS diagram, if there are some irreversible reactions comes during the process, if irreversible reactions or irreversible processes comes, then what will happen? Then there will be a decrease in energy, or you can say for irreversible the efficiency should be greater than or equal to 0. Entropy will increase. So then there will be a breakdown of engines. So for actual, you can say actual engines की जो working है क्यों efficiently काम कर रहे हैं कि नहीं कर रहे हैं, that is also can be studied from this TS diagram. So thank you very much.